Alrighty, y'all, welcome back to another video. I appreciate you guys for tuning back in. I have about $600 in sales that I'm getting ready to ship out. Figured I'd bring you guys along with me, so let's jump right into it. Alright, so this is a new tag Zara t-shirt. The only reason I picked this up because it was new, and I did some research when I was at the bins and seen that I could make a few bucks on it. And I think this sold for 12 bucks. Not a brand that I know there are some items within this brand that does well, but not a brand that I'm just super excited about it. Like, again, I only picked it up because it was new with tags. Goodwill bins pickup, it's probably only 50 cents, so I mean a $12 sale, can't beat that. And I'm just so excited to see this item here go. I picked up like 3 of these when we were still in Oregon from Burlington. I think they were somewhere between 7 to 10 bucks, I can't remember. But I think I have, this may be my last one, or I may have one left. I've been selling them between 20 to 25. But again, this one, an offer came in for 15, and I said, you know what? Let's just get this thing moving, man. Get my money back. I may have made maybe $1 or so on this right here, but that's just how retail arbitrage is sometimes. So you just have to be very careful with it, because you can make some mistakes and the pickups don't end up panning out exactly the way you planned it. Prime example, I have a lot of DK Metcalf shirts. I don't know if you're a long time follower and you were really following me when I was in Oregon, you probably remember when I picked up a bunch of those on clearance at Burlington's, and now those were for the Seattle Seahawks. He got traded to Pittsburgh, so I don't know what I'm gonna do with those now, because typically the demand for players who switch teams isn't there anymore, so we'll see. But anyway, this is I think this is a San Francisco Giants, I believe, a jersey t-shirt right here. I picked this one up from the Ross right here in Nashville for, I believe, 7 bucks. And this one sold for, I believe, right at 22, and yeah, right at 22 plus shipping. May have been 21 and some change, but right around in that range right there. And these were a pair of Birkenstocks. They were in one of my YouTube videos in Burlington, probably maybe a month or so back. Picked these up for 10 bucks, and I believe they sold for 28 or 29 plus shipping. Alright, so you guys seen me go to that thrift store right here in my local town, and I equate it to if you were to go grocery shopping, you picked up everything you needed, and let's just say you got home and you forgot ketchup. Have to run back to the corner store that's right up the street and pick that up if they have it. And that's kind of what that thrift store is. You're not going to go in there and find a heist, but you can go in there and spend $5-6 bucks, come out with an item to where maybe you can sell it for 40 or 50. And that's what I'm using it for, not looking to go in there and, you know, come up all the way. But I think I can go right here in my local town, find, you know, a handful of items. And that's what I did the last time I went. I found a pair of these basic wrestling shoes. I believe these right here are vintage, and they were at the bottom of the shelf, because initially I thought that it was going to be a blank trip because I didn't see anything when I made the first loop, but they were sitting at the bottom, and I think the price was $5.25, so relatively cheap. And I think with tax got these for right under $6, and this right here should be an easy somewhere between $40 to $50 sale. I think there was like 5 listed, 6 sold. So when I go in there, that's what I'm looking to do. Looking to make basically the prototypical corner store run, pick up that ketchup, and make a few bucks. These are some of my lower tier items that I sell, and I know a lot of times on YouTube you only see the bangers that people show you, but in my business it doesn't work like that, and I want to be transparent and show you guys what I'm actually selling to keep the bills paid. And when I'm down at the Goodwill bins, I'm always trying to ask myself, like, how can I monetize this? I got kids to feed, and so I have a lot of higher priced items for sale, but I do sell a lot of the lower tier items. So basically this right here is an Under Armour Cold Gear Fitted, and this was on a 50% off sale, so this sold for 4 bucks plus shipping. Probably only in this for 50 cents, and so the buyer paid, I think, like right at 11 bucks with everything, shipping included. And if I can, again, always say, if I can pick up something for 50 cents, sell it for 10, 11 bucks and profit, you know, 4 or 5 bucks on it, I usually can pay my son's commission around the house with that, because we don't give them allowances. They don't work, they don't eat, just trying to prepare them for the real world. And so I say to myself, that'll pay for that. This right here is a Under Armour sports bra right here, Goodwill bins pickup along with this one as well, and this probably cost 50 cents, and I think it sold for $5 plus shipping. Buyers all in it, somewhere between 10 to 11 bucks. This right here is an Adidas long sleeve shirt. Goodwill bins pickup, so really cheap, probably like 50 cents like those other two. And I believe the buyer paid $5.99 plus shipping, so probably in that for like 12 bucks. This right here is just a basic Carhartt t-shirt right here. Probably this is kind of wrinkled. Probably want to put this one in the dryer just to kind of make it so it's a little bit nicer once the customer gets it. But anyway, picked this one up from the Goodwill bins and probably less than $1, and it sold for 10 bucks plus shipping. This right here is a pair of Columbia, I believe these are like fleece pants, jogger pants, and I believe these right here sold for, let me get the accurate price here on my phone. Yeah, those sold for $8 plus shipping. And again, I don't know if I said it came from the Goodwill bins, probably right around $1. This right here is an Under Armour fleece Goodwill bins pickup, probably $1, $1.50 tops, and it sold for $10 plus shipping. And lastly, this is a pair of American Eagle jeans, the Extreme Flex. I believe these are slim straight model, men's 30-30, and these sold for $10 plus shipping. I think the buyer is all in for right at 20 bucks. Okay, y'all, so by far the best thing that's been working for me to increase sales and to keep cash flow coming into the business is I'm trying to give the customer the best deal possible and also stay profitable in the same sense. So prime example, if I get an item down at the Goodwill bins for under $1, and let's just say I have it listed for 15. If an offer comes in for somewhere between 8 to 10 bucks, I'm usually right now accepting that 10 out of 10 times. And I'm noticing with a lot of my higher priced items are selling for a little bit less, and they're moving a little bit slower too. So when I'm out doing retail arbitrage, I'm trying to be more aware of that and only spending top dollar on items that really have a really good sell-through rate, and also something that tends to be a little bit more desirable than just some of the basic active stuff. As far as the clearance items, you know, the jeans, some of the t-shirts and stuff that's been reduced down, I'm picking that up business as usual, because usually I can sit on that for a little bit longer. I have the space in the garage, and usually that stuff is a little bit cheaper. So the main thing that's been working for me just right now is just trying to be more aware of where we are in the economy, trying to give the customer the best deal possible, and also sending out offers. By doing that here over the course of like the last 30 days, it's worked out well. We've been able to increase our sales, and we've also just been able to kind of just stay afloat. Alrighty, so this right here is an Arc'teryx skirt, and it's not like the jackets that sell for a lot of money. This is actually an older style too. Picked this one up from the Goodwill bins in Oregon. It's a women's 8, so probably only spent maybe 50 cents on it, and it sold for 18 plus shipping. And this right here is, the brand isn't really any good. It's a Charles River Apparel, but the reason I picked it up is because it's Nissan. I sell Nissan 100 miles per hour just like some of the cars, I guess. But anyway, when I seen that it was a Nissan jacket, I sell Nissan all the time, I knew that it would move pretty quickly, and it sold probably under a month from the Goodwill bins for, I believe, 24 plus shipping. So probably only spent maybe $2 tops, so not a bad buy right there. And here we go again, more Nissan. This is just a Nissan employee polo. I picked this one up in Nashville as well, and again, the Nissan stuff usually moves pretty good for me. And just this basic polo right here sold for 18 bucks plus shipping. And one day, probably like a month ago, I found probably 15 gray Nissan polos, so I'm super excited about that, to be able to move those for 15 bucks a pop whenever they do start moving. And this right here is a Lululemon sports bra. Picked this one up from the Goodwill bins in Nashville, probably only 50 cents, and it sold for 12 bucks plus shipping. This right here is an Athleta, sort of like a Henley with the 4 buttons right here. It's a small size, a women's small. I think I picked it up from the bins. 50 cents, and it sold for 10 bucks plus shipping. And this right here is just a basic Chipotle employee hat. Goodwill bins pickup, probably only cost what, 50 cents maybe, and it sold for $10.39 plus shipping. Just a pair of Prana shorts right here, women's 8, Goodwill bins pickup. These sold for 6 bucks plus shipping. And again, a lot of the Prana shorts, unless you find like something brand new or a really desirable style, for me personally, they don't move for a ton of money, but at the bins, getting them really cheap, I still pick them up. So that's that. This right here is a pair of Gymshark shorts. Picked this one up from the Goodwill bins right here in Nashville, probably 50 cents. They sold for $14.89 plus shipping. Sometimes I kind of wonder when people send offers why they send like $14.89 or $14.53 or something. I can see if the shipping made an even number, but a lot of times it's not even the case. This right here is a new to me brand right here. This was one of those days where I'm at the bins, I'm constantly just picking up stuff to see if I can monetize it, and more often than not I strike out, but in this case right here ended up striking gold. The brand is called Free Fly, and I picked these up, looked them up, and found out that they're pretty desirable, and they ended up selling for, I believe, $24.99 plus shipping. So not a bad pickup right there, given the fact that I didn't even know what this brand was. This right here is a pair of just Nike Pro shorts, just bread and butter kind of stuff. Goodwill bins pickup, men's large, 50 cents tops. Sold for 12 bucks plus shipping. And this right here is a pair of vintage Nike cargo windbreaker pants. And this one right here even had like some wear down at the bottom, pants leg, but it's vintage and it's baggy. So you got two of those factors that caused it to sell pretty quickly. And Goodwill bins pick up probably a buck, and they sold for 17 plus shipping. Alrighty, y'all, so it's a really nice day here. It's 70 today, and then the rest of the week is supposed to be somewhere between 75 to 80. So the spring weather is finally here, and man, it's a welcome change because the winter was pretty brutal. We had days where we were down to like 7 degrees. I think there was one stretch one week where it was under 20 degrees all week long, and I don't think I've ever had a winter that brutal. Even when we were up in Oregon, it seems like in the winter months, it did snow here and there, but it seems like it was more rainy and then a little bit chilly. But here, this was an actual winter. And then growing up in Texas, it was cold here and there, but nothing like what we experienced this winter right here. But I think this is where I'm gonna cut the video off at. I think I'm gonna spend the rest of the morning playing out back with the kids because I think I got most of my work done. But I just kind of want to let you guys tag along with me. I appreciate you guys for doing so, and if you got anything out of it, like it, consider subscribing to the channel, and I'll catch you guys right back here on the next video.
This might be all that I know. Think it's okay. I've got a long way to grow. At my own pace. Go the long way. No one taught me how to walk, but I figured it out fine.